Good morning, children. Once again, with revision part 2, addition and subtraction. Okay, this is a very simple chapter, and but the only thing is there are so many word problems in this, and I've just tried taking few word problems from here. I did not take any plus or minus sums, arranging into columns and simple addition and subtraction I didn't take. I just wanted you to share few word problems. I don't want you to do all the word problems also, just the selected ones I have done. That only you have to do in your classwork book. Okay, children. So now let us start with the word problem, that is 3a. 3a. Now see, there may be combination of word problems. Either there can be 2 plus, either there can be 2 minus, either there can be plus and minus or minus and plus. Let us see some of the few word problems which I have selected. Okay, the first one is exercise 3a, question number 3, and two operations are there. Just see how it is. I am reading the word problems part by part. Same, children, read the questions 2-3 times. This is the only way. I have been telling you again and again. Read the questions. There may be some different vocabularies which you need to learn. Okay, so I have just taken the third A exercise and I have taken the third question. The annual fees for Mr. Gore's daughter is 4,650. Yes? Okay, see, what I'm reading the question, I'm putting it into points. See, daughter's fees is 4,650. His son's fees is 1,315 more than daughter's fee. Daughter's fee is here. Son's fee is this much more than daughter's fee. That means I'm first adding daughter's fees and then this much more. So this becomes his son's fee. 5,965 becomes Mr. Gore's son's fee. Then the next I'm going to add daughter's fee and the son's fee. Okay, this becomes the total fees of the two children. Now again I am reading the question. Annual fees for Mr. Gore's daughter is 4,650. Okay, and his son's annual fees is 1,315 more than daughter's fee. How much? So I have just written first daughter's fee 4,650. Then the son's fee is more. This is not the son's fee. Son's fee is 1,315 more than daughter's fee. So first I will write daughter's fee and then I will add this much amount, which becomes Mr. Gore's son's fee. This is the son's fee. So this is the daughter's fee and this is the son's fee. I'm going to do the addition. That becomes the two children's annual fees. Okay, children. This way we are going to read the question and then reading and putting what is given. See, if you just go on writing points by points, what you say is steps, then you understand better what to do. Because some children, they become very confused when they see 2-3 numbers and they will just simple add this and keep it. If you just add this and keep it, that means you got the son's fee, you got the daughter's fees. But the question they are asking is total fees of the two children. Okay, that means this way I have to add this two and this becomes the total fees for the two children. And the ending statement I will write is the total fees of two children altogether becomes dash, whatever answer you get. This way we are going to read the questions and then start putting into it, and then I have written into bold. Okay, children? Yes. Now the next question I will take, they are simple questions. 3B is just the simple additions. You can just do selected ones for your practice. Children, once again, 3B exercise is just the simple addition sums, which I am not explaining you now. You already know that. Okay, so you can just do it in the textbook. No need to do it in the classwork book. I repeat, 3B exercise is to be done in the textbook itself, not in classwork book. Clear, children? Now I am coming to the next slide, that is, and the next exercise is 3C, page 36 and question number 3. Okay, here again little bit confusing. See, there question number 3, I read the question. Manoj income during the year 2017. Income means earning. Earning, any person, business, or annual fees, monthly salary, yearly salary, or income means salary. Okay, Manoj's income during the year 2017 is 3,15,780. I am just putting, see, because 2 years are given. Okay, I will write, see how I am putting it. So 2017, his income is 3,15,780. Next year, that is 2018, his income increases. Every year we get some increment if we are working. If we are working, if we are having a job, there may be some increment. That is called hike. We have some increment. So this is not the salary for the next year. Children, you can use your logic that if his salary is 2000, if his earning is 3,15,780, and it can't be less. Think logically. That means next year his income has exceeded. Exceeded means more. So that means I will write the previous year salary, previous year income, and the exceeding, the increment. So this two I am going to add. This becomes my salary for my income for 2018. So 2017 I already know, 2018 I will know, and then we are going to add together. I am reading the question again. Manoj's income during the year 2017 was 3,15,780. Okay. Next year his income exceeded the previous year by 79,200. Okay. So this is exceeded means it is became more. He was already earning this much. He must have got some increment and he got exceeded by 79,200. What is the salary for the year 2018? See, there are two parts question. The first part is what is the salary for 2018? When you add here, that becomes the salary for 2018. The second part of the question is how much did he earn in 2 years? That means this answer and this answer I am going to add. Then I will get the sum of the 2 years increment. 2 years income. So that means there are again two operations. Okay, I am going to add this exceeding income and 2018 and 2017 income. Now I am not done the second part, so that you are going to do it yourself. And the two part A you will write income during the year 2018 is dash, and income for the 2 years, that is 17 and 18, is dash. So this way you are going to read part by part and put this. So even if in exam also if you just put this jotting points and writing, I don't mind. that means you have understood the question. Sometimes children, they write the steps, they copy the question, they copy the steps very nicely, but then there is no logic of how to use the operations, what operations to be done. Okay, so that is not done. Now when we are doing the next slide, 3C. Exercise 3C, page 36, question number 5. Now page 36, exercise 3C, question number 5. Now this is again a big question, and children, again you will find, okay, oh, what is this, one candidate, two candidate, and so many numerals are given. Okay, in an election, a particular seat, there were 3 candidates. They received the votes as follows. You know what are votes? I think you will learn this in SS. Sir is giving very good activities related to this voting and all. You must have heard mummy going for voting and when election is there. So candidate means the person who goes for election. So first candidate receives the vote is 45,673. So I will just write first candidate. I am not writing the numerals. And then the second candidate receives 39,188. Third candidate 8,739. So what will be the votes, total votes? I will be adding all these 3 candidates' vote. Then there are some, so what is this? If they are 3 candidates, that means they are valid votes. Okay. And then it is invalid. Invalid votes means there are no proper votes and no something is there. It is not valid votes. So it is invalid votes are 4,867. So therefore the total votes, these are valid votes, these are invalid votes. Okay. How many votes were polled in all? That means first you will add this 2 and then you are going to add this 2. Valid and invalid. So that will be the total valid, total votes polled. Means there were total people came for voting, but due to some reason 4,867 votes were invalid. That means you will add this total votes of the 3 candidates and then the addition of invalid votes. Children, you should know this very well. I am reading the question again. In an election of a particular seat, there were 3 candidates. Candidate means the person who stands for an election. You must have seen this, but you will learn little all in SS also. So first candidate 45,673. Okay. Second candidate is 39,188. Third candidate 8,739. That means this 3 candidates vote I will add here. That becomes valid votes and these are invalid votes. I am going to add this too. Therefore total votes polled in all will be these many votes. Okay, I am not writing the numerals. I am not showing the operation, children. I am just showing you how to read the question and how to write the steps. Steps also you just write the sentences and statements, but you don't understand what to do. So what I feel is write valid votes, invalid votes, and you can just jot down the points what you have to do. Okay, now we are after all this, the next comes is the properties of addition. Very important is the properties of addition, which you will be learning even in higher classes. Properties of addition means till form 10 you should know, and this is the, I think, first year you are learning this properties. This I have taken directly as snapshot of your textbook to make you better understand. They have taken bigger numbers, but let us see. If I want to find the sum of 2 numbers, okay, if I want to find the sum of 2 numbers, You can just think in your mind 2 and 3. If they are very big numbers, you can just write 2 and 3. Okay, so if I take the sum of, what is the meaning of sum? Do you remember, children? The answer we get on addition is called the sum. So just remember, sum means not just putting sum like this. Sum means the answer we get on addition. Okay, when we add this, any two numbers, we get the answer as, we call it as sum. Find the sum of 4619 and 2836. Okay, when we want to find the sum of two numbers, I will just put arranging to the columns of Indian system of numeration, ones, tens, hundreds and thousands, and then we are going to add in column 6 plus 9, 15 and 1. Okay, 3 plus 1, 5, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, and then 6 plus 8, 14, 1 carry, 4 plus 2, 6, plus 1, 7. So my answer, my sum is 7455. But sometimes I feel, why I am writing 4619 here? I want to add this way, 2836 and 4619. So you can add any way. That means the order of the addends. The two numbers are called addends. The two addends, if you change any order, means if you add 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, the sum remains the same. Very simple number. Find the sum of 2 and 3. Okay, if I don't want to do 2 and 3, I can do 3 and 2. That means I can change in any order, but my answer remains the same. See the answers? See the sum? Both same? This proves that the change in the order of addends does not affect the sum. Okay, this is there in your textbook, children. Yellow box is there. You can just read that. But I want you to just understand the order. Especially this order. See? This order. I want you to understand this type of order. 2 plus 3. I am taking simple numbers. 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Children, only whenever you feel this way, seeing bigger numbers, so just put into smaller numbers, you will understand faster. Okay, this is again another hint I am giving you, that if the numbers are very big, you can just take simple numbers. 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2 becomes the same. Answer remains the same. The sum will not change. This is called the order property of addition. This means the change in the order of addends does not change the sum. Next property, additive property of 0. Again, this next property here is additive property of 0. This is also there in your textbook. I have taken a screenshot. Additive property of 0 means any number added to 0 or 0 added to any number, the sum remains the same number. See, 51,682 plus 0, the answer remains the same number. Any number added to 0 remains the same number. The sum of any number, sum means addition, the sum of any number and 0 is that number itself, is called the additive property of 0. Children, if you remember, in multiplication again it is a different concept. Do you remember that? Any number multiplied by 0 will be 0. But this is called the additive property of 0, which means any number added to 0, the number is that number itself. The sum remains the same number. any number added to 0, the sum remains the same number. Here again children, please remember, I can ask you as 2 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 2 is equal to dash. So any number added to 0, the sum remains the same number, or the answer is the number itself. Very important properties, you should know this children. There is one quick assessment also on page 37 which is related to this same properties. There are more chances of being asked in MCQ also, similar questions. Sometimes to make you confused, I will ask you plus also, and I will ask you multiplication also. 3 multiplied by 0, I will ask you dash. 3 plus 0 dash. So both lot of difference in the property of addition and in the property of multiplication. So please remember, additive property of 0 means it is the so this was the additive property of 0. So 0 plus 3 is 3, but 3 zeros are 0. So don't get confused between additive property of 0 and property of 0 in multiplication. Both have different. Any number multiplied by 0 will be 0. Any number added to 0, the sum remains the same number or the number itself. Okay, now let us see the last property, and this is called the grouping property of addition or associative property of addition. Okay, now both, actually you have to learn associative word. Grouping is just because your initial stage, so in the content book it is given, but I insist you to learn associative property. Children, once again I am repeating, grouping property is for the namesake, because it is your initial stage. You know what is the meaning of group, so that is why in the content book it is given, and even I have to mention. But I insist you to learn associative word, associative property of addition. So please try to learn associative property of addition way, not the grouping. But still in exam, if it is something grouping you have given, I would definitely give marks. Now what does this mean? When you have the numbers more than 2 addends, when you have addends, I repeat again, the numbers to be added are called addends. You know this children now, okay? The numbers to be added are called addends, and the answer we get on addition is called the sum. Now when I have the 3 addends, see, again children, what I would say is, take smaller numbers. Think of smaller numbers. Here as per the content book, the numbers are very big and children they get confused. Think of a smaller number, 2 plus 3 plus 4, okay, this way. So what I want to explain is, I can add this 2 number first. See, I have taken 3 addends, okay. I am repeating again children. 6038 plus 7767 plus 8437. Now I would add these 2 numbers first. Okay, I want to try with these 2 additions. So 6038, 7767. So what I would do is, I will add this 2 number in the group, and then I will add the third number. See, I have added this first 2 number. Whatever answer I get, whatever the sum I get, that is 13,805, and then I will add the third addends. Okay, then third addend is 8437. Okay, that means 5 plus 7, 12 and 1 carry, 4, and then 8 plus 4, 12 and 1, 12 and 1 carry. So I have got this answer. Now the second way, if I don't want to add these 2 numbers, I will add the later 2 ones. I will add the later 2 ones. See, compare both this. In the textbook it is given, children, compare both. See, I have added this 2 here first, but the next I want to add the second 2. The second and the third addends, what I want to add is, so first I will add second and the third addends. I get the sum as 16,204, and then I will add the first addends. Okay, but in both the cases, if you see, children, in both the cases, if you see, children, the sum remains the same, 22,242. 22,242. What does this property states? The way in which we group the addends. The way in which we group the addends. See, I can group these 2 addends or I can group these 2 addends. The way in which we group the addends does not change the sum. The sum will not change. The sum remains the same. This is called the grouping property of addition. Okay, children. Or what I would insist is associative property of addition. That means this way we can add any 2 addends and we can say that the sum remains the same. If I am adding these 2, numbers, my answer remains the same, and then I am adding the third addends. Similar way, if I am grouping the second 2 addends and then adding the first addends, my sum remains the same. Okay, children, now just I will go through recap of all the slides what we have done one by one, and then I will tell you, we will just do the recap of what we have done earlier. Okay, so today's addition we started first, that was revision 2, and then we started with few word problems, and I took 3A, question number 3, 2 operations where daughter's fee was given, son's fee is 1,315, more than this daughter's. So first I will add what is son's fee, and then I am going to add both. This is the son's fee and this is the this is the daughter's fee and this is the son's fee. Okay, read the question. This way you are going to understand which is the sum of the 2 children's total fees. Okay, then I took exercise 3C 56, question number 3. Income during 2017 was this much. Then in the 2018 he got some increment as 79,200. What will be the total income for the 2 years? Means I will add this amount and this amount, and then I will write the ending statement. Okay, children. So this way read the question and you will do. Then there were 3 candidates for the elections. I have not written the numerals, and then I am just going to add this. This becomes my valid votes, and then valid votes, and this becomes my invalid votes. That means I am going to add this to which becomes my total votes polled. Then it was the properties of addition, the sum of 2 addends. If I change in any order, the sum remains the same. See, I am changing the order. I am changing the order in both the cases. My sum remains the same. So this is called the order property of addition. Actually, order property of addition is also called as commutative property, but it is not mentioned in your book. So I did not write, but order property is also initial stage. Actually, it is commutative property of addition. Okay, children, but I think in book it is just order. So learn order property. Change in the order of addition does not affect the sum. Next property is additive property of 0. Any number added to 0, the sum remains the same. The sum of any number and 0 is that number itself. This is called additive property of 0, where I also discussed about property of 0 in multiplication. that any number added to any number multiplied by 0 is 0, but this is additive property of 0 means 0 added to any number, the sum remains the same number. Next, last property, associative property of addition. If I have three addends, I change in any order, the sum remains the same. Thank you children, and keep learning.